The month of October is going to bring us to multiplying by 2. A lot of the activities will be similar to what you did in September, just with times 2 or multiples of 2. So we're going to warm up again with some hot dog counting. Same thing. Have them thinking about counting by 2s, but that won't always be the most efficient strategy. So we'll start by counting by 2s just so you can see, do they know how to count by 2s? Because surprisingly, sometimes they get stuck. So again, 2, 4, 6, 8. Then move to multiple cards. There should be multiples of 2 in your kit. And same thing where you just put out all of the cards except for 1 or 2, and they have to figure out what's missing. So all the multiple cards are in there for you to do that. And again, warm up is fast, like a minute, 2 minutes at most, because you don't have a lot of time with your students. So you want to keep it real quick just to warm up their brains. And then the first thing we're going to do to teach times 2, because what we really don't want is them counting by 2s for like some of those higher ones, like 8 times 2 or 9 times 2. It's just not efficient. So you can ask your students to show you, what does 2 times 5 look like? So 2 rows of 5, or 5 groups of 2. So if they do that, you can ask them, what's the best way for me to count this? So they could go 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, or we can have them start thinking about rows. And I sometimes just switch it so that it helps their brain think about it this way, that it's really the same as 5 plus 5. Now they should know those doubles. So when you give them 2 times 8, they should know that it's the same as 8 plus 8, which is 16. So instead of having them count by 2s for all the 2 facts, we want to move them to doing doubles. And this helps them see those doubles. Because when you just say it with an expression, they often just are doing what you say, but then when it comes time to do it on their own, they don't do it. So you want to build it and show them how it's more efficient to just do 8 plus 8 instead of 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Okay, so that's hot dog lineup, helping teach efficiency. And then same thing as last month, you have visual area cards in your kit to use. So having them write expressions, figure out the product, using that language, 2 rows of 4 equals what? So use those language words for in a row, 2 rows, just getting them used to that. So sometimes like these are awesome for that reason because they can't see them. So you can say, well, how many rows would that be? How many would be in each row? Because you can't see how many are in each row here, but you know it's like a regular area model. So go ahead and use those. We have the bar model cards again. These are awesome because it's 2 groups with, and sometimes there's even numerals, so 2 groups of 8. And I purposely did 2 groups so they would start to see 6 twice instead of 2 6 times. So here we have 5 hamburgers twice, 5 twice. So just be thinking about how they can be efficient with that as well. And then we have dot cards once again, same as the last month. So writing expressions, what would the answer be, even if these are covered, same thing as last month. And last you have practice with times 2 area model flashcards. So the times 5 and 10 were at the top. These do go up to 12 for some of your students who can handle the enrichment, but basically show with the visual or without the visual, but just helping them think about, and here it shows it too, which is what I really like. You could count by 2s, but you could also just do 8 plus 8. So you're not going to do all of these 4 things in one day. I would do 1 or 2 depending on time, and then move along on the next 2 for the next week. So you have 4 weeks in a month. You could do 1 every single time. I'd start with things that are real world and make sense to them, but really don't try to push all 4 of these in. That would be a lot. So that's it for October. By the end of the month, check their times 2 facts, and hopefully they are good to go.